How's it going, guys? In this week's How We Sold episode, I'm going to be referencing a Home to Me episode that we did earlier on to take you through a series of deals that I think is one for the books. So I met the Tans under some very interesting circumstances and basically helped them cross one hurdle after another to get to their Aroozoo Lane bungalow. So if you want to find out what it takes to sell 3 homes under a very constricted timeline and very pressured circumstances, then keep watching to find out how. Okay, let me first introduce how we got this listing. So I basically got a WhatsApp from Lexter, which is the eldest son of the Tan family. This is him with his son right there. He hit me up via WhatsApp and he said, "Hey Nick, I'm a fan and I wonder if you'd be interested to help my dad sell his place." So basically what he was telling me at that time was, it is a 99-year lease corner terrace that needs a little bit of push and oomph in the marketing. So he hit me up, I went down, had a look at the place, and basically at that time the property was left with 74 years left on the lease, which in 2022, before the pandemic, at the price point of like 3.2 million, it was a little tiny bit of a challenge. So he needed a little extra oomph in the marketing, which is exactly what we brought in. So we did up the full-on creative marketing, the video, so on and so forth. And what people usually say when they see this is they gawk over the very beautiful front yard, the very green koi pond, and all that lush greenery with spaciousness. They even have an outdoor gazebo, and it's very nice and clean and spacious with all the levels, and it's very well kept. But what the common comments usually turn out to be, even in the video or even through enquiries, is that, "Is this freehold, huh?" So my response to that is very usually, "Sir, 5,000 plus square feet freehold land will never sell at $600 PSF in anywhere in Singapore. If you got this kind of lobang, please call Nick. Anywhere you are, anytime, rain or shine, I will come to you." So, but that basically was the primary challenge we had because of the decaying tenure. We had to deal with this 99-year lease. So this was the problem, and it arose through the viewings. The comments were pretty, the problem became pretty obvious because buyers would come in and look for this 3.2 million. Imagine you're the buyer, you're coming in and you're looking for this $3.2 million property, which is a 99 lease life, left 74 years at that time. At that time, what anyone would be tempted to do is just top up a little bit, let's say 500,000 to like 3.7 mil, and you can get something like this Interterrace we sold in Siglap, or this one at Lorong Bandang. At that time it was selling 3.9 million, brand new Interterrace. So basically, pay a little bit more, get a smaller land plot, but it's brand new and got lift. This didn't have lift, it was 99 years, but the land size was 5,000 plus square feet. So at that time, there was this balance that most buyers would weigh. But if you would fast forward to today's market, if you're looking at something brand new, Interterrace of that size, then you'll probably be paying something like 4.5 million all the way to $5 million. Basically, the market has shifted across these 2 years, and I think even if you want to buy a corner terrace of this size, maybe the price might shift upwards towards like 3.5 million. I think people might grab. So our answer to this problem was targeting and framing. So in terms of targeting, we knew that this specific buyer looking at this home would be more interested in space over tenure. So that means that targeting was crucial, and this buyer was going to be somebody who was with a budget of, let's say, 3 mil to 4 million range, and they were looking for a build-up of approximately 3,000 plus minus square feet with at least 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. And we knew clearly that the Achilles heel of these specific buyers would be that they valued the time they have left on this earth to be spent with their loved ones and family over the tenure or the legacy planning of a freehold status land. So the law of attraction is pretty big in real estate, and we basically knew that this was a multi-generational home, as Alex and Audrey and Lambert and family were already living there with the kids. So it was very clear to see that the next person that would come in and take up the space would very likely be of a similar dynamics. And finally, at the end of the day, yes, it was exactly that way, because they were looking all being drawn to the design, the ergonomy, the functionality of the space, plus the flow. So that's pretty much the information we deciphered as to how we were going to roll our strategies. So what you see in this video is the final product of actually 3 weeks of decluttering. So they had to roll in 2 lorries to bring a bunch of furniture, which was all over the house at that time, back to their warehouse, and even a waste disposal container, a full waste disposal container of trash that they had to throw out of the house to make it clean, spick and span. And of course, we had to arrange the furniture around to make it look show flat worthy. So the next strategy that was crucial was the scripting, which was planned towards emphasizing the strengths of the house that will in turn draw the prospective buyers, which is the beautiful big lawn that was uniquely special to this property. You cannot really get a koi fish pond with a huge backyard opened up with greens and trees like that, and it even had overlooking a gazebo, which was the primary location for, you know, the communal multi-generational activities over there. Then of course, the targeting for marketing was precise. In a sense, we dropped a pin of 8-kilometer radius within the Sunrise Avenue estate, and the demographics was anyone who was in their late 30s towards the early 50s, because we highly believe that this was the prospective buyer's profile, and true enough, that profile matched perfect. So next on the plate, we had to clear Regent and Estilo. So Regent was coming off a long tenancy, and we had to basically warm up the space, because usually when properties have been tenanted for a while, they basically lose the warmth because neither the owner nor the tenant is treating it as a home, because that's not their home. So we brought in the furniture after we cleaned up the place. Once we took it back from the tenancy, we had to do rectification in terms of painting. We had to call in plumbers to take care of any leakages, change silicone, grouting on the floor, take care of AC leaks, and just make the place as clean and as close to brand new as possible before the staging comes in, change the whole look and feel and warmth of the place, and basically roll out. End to end, all 3 properties were sold within a 90-day time frame, one after another consecutively. So if you ask me, that's actually not bad. So then came the real struggle. The Tans and I, Alex and Audrey, were basically looking for their next home, which were bungalows in District 19, so the Kovan area and even Ang Mo Kio area. We were hunting around, we made several offers, but these offers kept falling short. If not, someone else would have come in and outbid or negotiated faster, and the units would get taken off. So when we finally found the unit for them, where Audrey saw the unit Aruzu on Straits Time, we had to basically quickly jump the unit, but something was a little bit lacking at the time because Estilo was still a little bit behind. We had viewings, we had offers, but it had not quite come into the trigger range yet. But with the confidence that we more or less would be able to take care of this in about 2 weeks, we went ahead and deployed negotiation for long option, which basically meant that we would have to sell Estilo first. Once it optioned out, exercise, then we would exercise against Aruzu at that time. Fast forward to the day, the Tans are in their lovely home. Check it out. So now it's actually tastefully designed.
This place was about 5,000 over square feet. The build up is about 6,000 over square feet, and they come with pool. And most important is the parking area, which I can put in 3 cars.
My car finally can park inside the house.
The design of this bungalow is actually very common and very basic. We have a lap pool, we have a sizable living room, corridor green. When we decided to sell our old house, which is a 99 years listed house.
So I love what they did with the interior here. If you will see the original Aruzu Lane video that we did, prior to this, it was actually completely bare. Now they have run ID across the walls, they have a feature wall, they have this flute treatment across the partition walls here that they created all around, so to make it very warm and very woody brown and really down to earth, because they wanted to match the marble flooring, which was kind of like a brown cream shade. And then they did modern lightings to the false ceiling, and then I think on the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor is very beautiful because Lambert and Elizabeth basically have always kept their space to be the modern design. If you see in Sunrise Avenue, the 2nd floor, which is the junior master, is all kind of modernized. It's a totally different feel from the oriental feel as the rest. And you can see this again in this home. And what I really love is the girls have now their own spaces. They have bigger rooms to play in. They have the pool, which they enjoy quite a lot with all their friends when they come over, and especially with their cousins. And I'm really happy for them. I remember one time when I went over, Kiki basically came up to me and was tugging on my pants and said, Uncle Nick, can we change Aruzu Lane with Sunrise Avenue or not? I want to get back Sunrise Avenue. Ayo. That actually made all of us laugh lah. And Kiki, if you want, can wait for my next generation, bring you go back by, okay?